Okay, good morning, traders, and good morning. Hope it's been a good morning for you. And today we are going to talk a little bit about, well, we're going to talk about confirmation bias, which is basically seeing what you want to see in the charts, right? So it's basically a sneaky psychological trap that can quietly drain your trading account without you even realizing it. And like I said, it's confirmation bias, seeing what you want to see in charts. This is one of the biggest reasons why some traders get stuck in losing positions or they make impulsive entries. So grab your notepad because by the end of this video, you should be able to know how to spot it and also how to stop it. Okay. But first, before we get into that, let me share my screen and I just want to tell you a little bit about the company that our community is with, JIFU. So let me just come on here real fast. Let's see here. Okay. So I should be sharing my screen now. And like I said, the company we're with is called JIFU. Okay. And JIFU is a lifestyle company, offers a lot of products and services, travel, health products, a lot of training, as you see here on Forex, crypto, e-commerce, social media, mindset. We're going to focus we focus as a community more on the Forex side of it. And you can see here that you get access to lots of training here, right? So let me I just wanted to show you something else here real fast. So depending on your level, they have beginners training, intermediate training, and advanced training. And then what they have is they have a whole list of educators that go live every day, right? And so you see their schedule here. Lots of educators go live every day teaching different Forex strategies. And most of these educators also provide a scanner to make it easier for you, and they give training on that specific scanner. And what you can see here is that JIFU now offers 9 different scanners that you can use. We like to focus on the Sniper Pro scanner, and the educator for that is John Oliver. But as you could see here, they have Golden Era, Trend Wave, they have the Smart Scanner, they have the Smart Monix scanner, they have Kill Shot, Sniper Pro, Supernova, Quantum, and Wolf X is the newest scanner here. We like to focus on the Sniper Pro one, and that's basically what I use for my ATH RSI Sniper Pro 15-minute trade plan that I show you guys on the videos here. But the other thing that we use is our community. Our community is over 6,000 members now. And so when you join JIFU here, and by the way, they do offer a 7-day money back guarantee, you also get access to everything at our community free of charge. And we have a quick getting started sheet here also that walks you through if you're a beginner. It walks you through basically how to set up a demo account. There's some basic training for newbies in Forex. Shows you how to set up a demo account, different brokers that you can use for that demo account, and how to access the training in that I just showed you. We also have a Discord channel where people are in here every day chatting. They're in here, posting their different trades using the scanners and using the Sniper Pro. You see Sniper Pro training, quantum training, Golden Era, Telegram. These are all different scanners that I just showed you that JIFU has available to us. And this is also where you get access to our proprietary indicator, our ATH RSI crossover arrow indicator that we use, to give us an idea on when we have trade alerts come out. So this is just a brief overview of JIFU in our community, and this is what you get when you join JIFU, obviously. And right now, they are offering a summer promotion where you can actually save $50. So you can get started for $50 less, and that promotion is going to end on July 21st. Okay, so let's just see here real fast, and let me just stop sharing my screen here and get back to hopefully what we were talking about here, which is confirmation bias, right? So what is confirmation bias? So in simple terms, guys, it's the tendency to look for, interpret, and remember information that confirms to your existing belief. Okay, so in trading, that means if you believe that a market is going to go up, then a crazy thing will happen. You'll only look for signals that support a bullish move. So if you don't watch yourself, if your bias is that a particular market is going to move up or down for some reason, your market, your mind, right? And this is why we always talk about how trading is actually success in trading comes down to 80% mindset, 20% technical skills and strategies, right? So your mind will only look for the bullish signals or the bullish conditions, and it will actually ignore or downplay evidence that shows you otherwise, right? And so this bias obviously isn't unique to trading, right? It happens in all walks of life. It can be with your relationship, right? If you really like a person, you really want to pursue a relationship with them, you may only see their positive traits or their good traits, and when bad traits or those red flags appear, you just kind of set them to the side or ignore them, right? We've all had that happen. Same thing in different business opportunities that we may decide to, go into. We may be so excited about it that we only see the good points, and we just kind of, any bad points to come up, we just kind of push them aside. So, right. So we all do this, and we do this in order to feel safe and to validate our decisions. But the problem is in trading, this, especially in trading, this can be deadly, right? So let's talk about how this could show up on your charts, right? So maybe for some reason, whatever reason, you've decided that the Euro USD, right, is going to break higher, right? So you're looking at it, you're looking at it, it's in an uptrend, right? On whatever time frame you take your trade on, whether it's the 15-minute, the 5-minute, whatever it is. And you notice you're waiting for a pullback, right? You don't want to get in at the top of any trend, so you're waiting for some type of pullback in the uptrend. And then you notice that after crossing down below a significant moving average, could be the 50 EMA, the 200 EMA, or the 800 EMA, you notice that you get a small bullish engulfing candle, right? Followed by a slight bounce up. And you say, you think to yourself, yeah, there it is. I see that breakout's coming, right? And meanwhile, you totally ignore the fact that the candle's small, right? It's a small candle. It's not really an impulse candle. If you're going to use a bullish or a bearish engulfing candle to take as a trade entry idea, you want that to be an impulsive candle, right? Not a small candle showing a lack of volume or a lack of big investors moving into the market, right? So you don't see that, right? You also don't notice that there's now a strong resistance level, that EMA, right up above you, and you probably didn't look at the higher time frame. And had you looked at the higher time frame, you would have seen that it's clearly in a downtrend, right? So instead of seeing the full picture, right, you cherry pick details that confirm what you want to believe. So there's another saying that people see only what they want to see, right? We only see what we want to see, right? Some traders will even go as far as drawing trend lines in a way that forces the chart to match their bias, right? Have you ever caught yourself doing that? That's why I don't even use trend lines. I've never used trend lines myself. I know a lot of traders use them, and there's a lot of people that are very successful using trend lines. But trend lines, you can always manipulate the way that you draw them to give you the answer that you want, right? And that's what happens sometimes. And that's how this confirmation bias affects you when you're looking at your trades and you're looking to see if the conditions for your trades exist or not. And again, if you just have a really strong opinion about something for some reason, you tend to block out those negative conditions and just focus on the positive. So what does this cost you, right? So it leads you to enter trades too early or sometimes too late, and it stops you from exiting your losing trades because why? Because your mind is still believing that it's going to turn around, right? Causes you to ignore your critical risk management, right? Move your stop loss, maybe not put a stop loss in altogether. And ultimately it can lead to consistent losses, frustration, and even the loss of confidence in your entire trading system or your entire trading plan, right? We've talked about this before when we've gone over many other subjects, regarding mindset and psychology here in trading, that by doing the types of things that we're talking about, we we tend to lose confidence in our trading system. So why do we do this? Why do we do this? This is what we ask ourselves. So as humans, we hate being wrong, right? Being wrong threatens our ego. In trading, that means we desperately want the market to prove us right. So one of the things I say is the first thing on my checklist after I take a trade is I always say to myself, I'm going to assume that I'm wrong until the market proves me right, right? I assume that I'm wrong until the market proves me right. If you've read Mark Douglas's book, Trading in the Zone, you'll know that one of his 7 fundamental truths is anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. You may have your edge in the market, but it really only takes one trader, right? One well trader or one bank or one financial institution that believes that price is going to go the other way to totally remove your edge, right? So anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we desperately, though, want the market to prove us right. So because we crave certainty, right? Our brains really aren't built for trading, right? Because we don't want to be in pain. We don't want to be uncertain. We crave certainty, right? When we look at a chart, we want to find patterns to make sense of the chaos, right? And these psychological needs create the perfect breeding ground for the confirmation bias to thrive. And as traders, we must fight it constantly. Now, how can you overcome confirmation bias? So we know what it is. We know how to spot it. We know what it does to you when you're looking at your charts. If you have a bias, the price is going to move one way or another. Um, you can write down your trade thesis before entering, right? You can clearly state why you entered that trade, including signals supporting and opposing the trade, right? Sometimes when you write things down, it just helps you. Sometimes I've done this before, and as I'm writing things down, as I'm writing it down, I noticed, why did I do that? And sometimes I may get out of a trade that I took because I really shouldn't have taken it, right? Confirmation bias was somehow getting into me in taking that trade, right? So when you write things down, why you're entering, including the supporting signals as well as opposing, right? That sometimes helps you. If you play the devil's advocate, right? Ask yourself, okay, I'm going to take this trade long, but what evidence is there that suggests the trade might fail? Okay. Use checklist again. Make sure you have your conditions written down and you go through them as a checklist there, and make sure that all the conditions are met before taking the trade. Don't let your bias interfere with that. Oh, maybe you have 6 conditions. Me, I have 6 conditions that need to be met for me to take a trade. Okay. But if for some reason I've convinced myself that a certain pair is going to move a certain way, I may say, oh, you know what? I got 4 out of those 6. four out of those six conditions are met, I'm going to go ahead and take that trade. Right. That's bad because again, it's actually worse if you end up winning that trade, right? That can even affect you worse than losing the trade because of it, right? So use your checklist. If you have somebody else that a lot of people have trading partners that they trade with during the day, obviously they're not with you in your office or in your home. They're people you connect with online, and some people do this on a daily basis. Get a second opinion from your trading buddy or even a mentor. Some people have mentors. They have programs where people offer mentorship and actually help them. Journal your trades. Again, when you review your journal, you'll quickly see that you ignored a contrary signal. Remember, trading isn't about being right all the time. It's about being profitable. You won't be right all the time. And like I told you, the first thing I say to myself when I take a trade is, I assume that I'm wrong until the market proves me right. Okay, so in closing, guys, confirmation bias is sneaky, but again, if you know exactly what to look for and how to fight it, that will help you immensely in your trading journey. Okay, so if you found this information valuable, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, that helps me out. Also, if you want more videos on mindset and psychology and trading, you definitely want to subscribe to my channel. There's lots of videos on there. And also, I've put together a free Forex quick start guide. Okay. And this guide also includes my ATH RSI Sniper Pro 15-minute trade plan, right? And that trade plan uses our community's indicator that I told you about earlier and our JIFU Sniper Pro scan. So those are the two components of this trade plan. That's why I call it the ATH RSI Sniper Pro 15-minute trade plan. And I've done this to help you build both your mindset and your strategy, right? So this trade plan, like I said, uses our community indicator as well as the JIFU Sniper Pro scanner. If you'd like a copy of it, free to get a free download, just message me here on Facebook. I'll send you the link where you can download it for free. Of course, if you're watching this video after I upload it to YouTube or some other social media platform, just email me at bill@tradewithbill.com. Again, that's bill with tradewithbill.com. And I will send you the link by email. And thanks for watching, guys. And remember, trade safe, trade smart, but don't let your emotions control you and don't let that confirmation bias take effect. See you in the next video.